Netherlands, a country renowned for its picturesque landscapes, rich history, and cultural heritage, is home to an array of stunning castles that offer a glimpse into its medieval and Renaissance past. From the fairy tale elegance of Haar Castle to the historical significance of Muiderslot and the serene beauty, these castles reflect the country's strategic importance in European history and its enduring charm. Join us as we explore the 15 of most amazing castles in Netherlands, each with its own unique history and charm. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. Let's get started. Castle Slangenburg. This castle is located near the town of Doetinchem in the Gelderland province of the Netherlands. Known for its moated design and extensive surrounding forests, which are part of a nature reserve, Slangenburg is a picturesque example of Dutch castle architecture. Constructed in the late 17th century, the castle served as a noble residence and showcases a blend of Renaissance and Baroque styles. The current structure dates from around 1670 and was built on the site of an older medieval castle. Today, Castle Slangenburg operates as a guest house for the nearby Benedictine Abbey, St. Willibrord's Abbey, and offers guided tours and cultural events. The castle and its grounds are owned by the Dutch government and managed by the National Trust for Historic Preservation, ensuring its upkeep and accessibility to the public. The Haar Castle. The Haar Castle, located near the village of Zuylen, close to Utrecht in the Netherlands, is the largest and most luxurious castle in the country. An interesting fact about the Haar Castle is its complete reconstruction from 1892 to 1912, led by architect Pierre Cuypers, who was commissioned by Baron Etienne van Zuylen van Nijevelt and his wealthy wife, Helene de Rothschild. The original 14th century castle had fallen into ruin, and the reconstruction transformed it into a neo-Gothic fairy tale residence. Today, the Haar Castle is a museum open to the public, showcasing the lavish lifestyle of its former inhabitants through richly decorated rooms, valuable art collections, and extensive gardens. The castle also hosts cultural events and private functions, making it a vibrant part of the local community. Ownership of the Haar Castle is held by Stichting Kasteel de Haar, a foundation responsible for its upkeep and public engagement, in partnership with the Van Zuylen van Nijevelt family. Loevestein Castle. Loevestein Castle, located in Poëterooijen in the Gelderland province of the Netherlands, sits strategically at the confluence of the Maas and Waal rivers. Built by Knight Dirk Loof van Hoorn between 1357 and 1368, the castle originally served as a fortress to control river trade routes. An interesting fact about Loevestein Castle is its association with Hugo Grotius, a prominent Dutch jurist who famously escaped from the castle in a book chest in 1621. Over the centuries, it has been used as a state prison and military garrison. Today, Loevestein Castle functions as a national museum, focusing on medieval warfare, the history of the castle, and the life of Hugo Grotius. Visitors can explore the castle's interior, exhibitions, and the surrounding nature reserve. The castle is owned by the Dutch government and managed by Stichting Museum Slot Loevestein, a foundation dedicated to its preservation and operation as a museum. Muiderslot Castle. Muiderslot Castle is located in Muiden, a small town near Amsterdam in the Netherlands. This imposing medieval fortress is one of the most well-preserved castles in the country and is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Defense Line of Amsterdam. An interesting fact about Muiderslot Castle is that it was originally constructed by Count Floris V in 1280 to control the mouth of the Vecht River, a strategic location for trade and defense. The castle was destroyed in 1296 following Floris V's assassination, but was rebuilt in 1370 by Albert I, Duke of Bavaria. Over the centuries, it served various roles, including a noble residence, prison, and administrative center. Today, Muiderslot operates as a museum, offering a rich historical experience through its furnished rooms, historical artifacts, and interactive exhibits. The castle also hosts cultural events, like medieval reenactments and concerts, providing a lively insight into its storied past. Muiderslot Castle is owned by the Dutch government and managed by the National Heritage Agency, Rijksmuseum Muiderslot. Zuylen Castle. This castle is located near the village of Zuylen, close to the city of Utrecht in the Netherlands. Known for its beautiful and historically significant gardens, the castle reflects different periods of garden art, making it a popular destination for garden enthusiasts. Built in the 13th century, Slot Zuylen started as a defensive tower and evolved into a luxurious residence by the 18th century. It is famously associated with the writer Belle van Zuylen, Isabelle de Cherrières, who was born there in 1740. Presently, Slot Zuylen functions as a museum, where you can explore the lives of its historical inhabitants through well-preserved interiors and collections. The castle also hosts cultural events and guided tours, providing an engaging historical experience. Ownership of Slot Zuylen Castle is held by Stichting Slot Zuylen, a private foundation dedicated to its preservation and public accessibility. Zeist Castle, also known as Slot Zeist, is located in the town of Zeist in the Utrecht province of the Netherlands. The castle is renowned for its Baroque gardens, inspired by the Gardens of Versailles, laid out in the early 18th century. Originally constructed in the late 17th century by Willem Adriaan van Nassau, a relative of William of Orange, Slot Zeist was designed as a luxurious Baroque residence. Throughout its history, the castle has served various functions, including as a boarding school and a military hospital. Today, Slot Zeist is a cultural and event center, hosting art exhibitions, concerts, and private events. The castle and its beautifully landscaped gardens are open to the public, offering a glimpse into its historical grandeur. Ownership of Slot Zeist belongs to the municipality of Zeist, with management handled by Stichting Zeist, which oversees its preservation and cultural activities.
Castle Duivenvoorde.
Castle Duivenvoorde is situated in Voorschoten, near The Hague in the Netherlands. Initially built around 1226, Kasteel Duivenvoorde has been extensively renovated, evolving from a medieval fortress into a stately home. An intriguing aspect of this castle is that it has never been sold, remaining in the same family lineage for nearly 8 centuries, a rarity in Dutch history. The castle showcases a unique blend of architectural styles, including medieval, Renaissance, and 19th century elements. Today, Castle Duivenvoorde operates as a museum and cultural venue, offering guided tours and exhibitions that highlight its rich history and architecture. The estate also features extensive parklands and gardens that are open to the public, providing a serene environment. Ownership of the castle lies with Stichting Duivenvoorde, a private foundation that ensures its preservation and public accessibility.
Castle Nienoord in Groningen.
This is a castle situated in the village of Leek in the Groningen province of the Netherlands. This grand estate is known for its historical significance and beautiful surroundings. The history of Nienoord dates back to the 16th century, when it was established by the powerful Van Uzum family. An interesting fact about Nienoord is that it houses the National Carriage Museum, showcasing an extensive collection of historical carriages and sleighs. The current structure was rebuilt in the 19th century after a fire destroyed the original building. Today, Castle Nienoord serves as a museum and cultural center. The estate also features a large park with gardens, ponds, and walking trails. Ownership of Castle Nienoord is held by the municipality of Leek, which manages its maintenance and public accessibility. Schaffelaar Castle. Located in the town of Barneveld in the Gelderland province of the Netherlands. This picturesque neo-Gothic castle is renowned for its architectural beauty and park-like surroundings. An interesting fact about Schaffelaar Castle is that it was built in 1852 by the architect L.H. Eberson, commissioned by the noble family of Van Nagel. The history of Schaffelaar Castle is relatively modern compared to other Dutch castles, reflecting 19th century tastes and styles. Today, Schaffelaar Castle is used as a cultural and event center, hosting various activities, including concerts, exhibitions, and private events. The castle is surrounded by a large estate with gardens and woodlands, open to the public for recreation and enjoyment. Ownership of Schaffelaar Castle lies with a private foundation, Stichting Schaffelaar, which oversees its maintenance and use as a cultural venue. Amerongen Castle. Located in the village of Amerongen in Utrecht province, Netherlands, is a significant historical site. An interesting fact about Amerongen Castle is that it was the residence where Kaiser Wilhelm II signed his abdication in 1918, marking the end of the German monarchy. The castle was originally constructed in 1286 and has undergone several reconstructions, particularly after being burned down by the French in 1673. The current structure, rebuilt in the late 17th century, is a fine example of Dutch Baroque architecture. Today, Amerongen Castle is a museum offering guided tours that delve into its rich history, architecture, and the lives of its former inhabitants. Visitors can also enjoy the beautifully maintained gardens, which host various cultural events throughout the year. The castle is managed by Stichting Kasteel Amerongen, a foundation dedicated to its upkeep and public engagement.
Schonauwen Castle.
This is a castle located in the village of Houten in the Utrecht province of the Netherlands. This small but charming castle is notable for its picturesque setting and historical significance. An interesting fact about Schonauwen is that it has been a site of habitation since the Middle Ages, with the current structure dating back to the 16th century. Over the centuries, the castle has undergone various modifications and restorations. Today, Schonauwen Castle serves as a private residence and is not open to the public. The castle is surrounded by beautiful gardens and parklands, contributing to its serene and secluded atmosphere. Ownership of Schonauwen Castle is held by a private individual, ensuring its preservation as a historical monument and family home. Castle Wedde. Located in the village of Wedde in the Groningen province of the Netherlands. This medieval castle is notable for its strategic and historical importance in the region. The castle dates back to the 14th century and has undergone various renovations and restorations over the centuries. The castle was served as the headquarters of the rebellious Dutch stadtholder William Lewis during the 80 Years' War. Today, Castle Wedde is a cultural and historical monument, offering guided tours that explore its history and architecture. The castle also hosts events and functions, providing a unique venue for weddings and other celebrations. Ownership of castle is in the hands of a private foundation, Stichting Huis te Wedde, dedicated to its preservation and public engagement. Valkenburg Castle, also known as Kasteel Valkenburg in Dutch, is a ruined castle in Valkenburg on de Joel. It holds the distinction of being the only hilltop castle ever built in the Netherlands. The castle's history is long and storied, dating back to the 11th century, and its imposing ruins are a popular tourist destination today. The first fortifications on the site were likely constructed around 1115 by Gozwin, Lord of Valkenburg. These early structures were primarily wood, and they were destroyed just a few years later during a siege by Holy Roman Emperor Henry V. Over the following centuries, the castle was rebuilt and enlarged several times, only to be destroyed again in subsequent sieges. The current ruins are those of the 14th century castle. You can explore the remains of the once grand structure. Castle of Landgoed Staverden. The Castle of Landgoed Staverden, more accurately described as a grand country house, boasts a rich history dating back centuries. The estate has a long history, with the first building being a hunting lodge constructed around 1290 by Reinold, Count of Gelderland. Over time, the lodge fell into disrepair and was replaced by two different country houses before the current house. Unfortunately, the house itself isn't open to the public for tours. It remains a private residence. Despite not having access to the house, the surrounding Landgoed Staverden offers a delightful experience. While not a traditional castle in the strictest sense, Landgoed Staverden offers a glimpse into Dutch history through its grand country house and the surrounding estate. The beautiful grounds and interesting features make it a worthwhile destination for a relaxing and scenic visit.
Groevenbeek Castle.
This is a castle located near Amerongen in the Gelderland province of the Netherlands. Stands out for its relatively modern origins compared to other castles in the region. Built in 1907 as a summer residence for the de Beaufort family, the castle reflects early 20th century architectural style and decor. Unlike many older castles, Groevenbeek represents the transition from traditional medieval designs to more contemporary residential architecture. Currently, Groevenbeek Castle serves an educational purpose, housing the Christelijk College Groevenbeek, a secondary school. The castle and its surrounding parklands provide a unique educational environment for students. Ownership of the castle is held by the educational foundation that operates Christelijk College Groevenbeek, ensuring the building's maintenance and its use as an educational institution. These castles, each with their unique history and current use, contribute significantly to the cultural and historical tapestry of their respective regions. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.